Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly Ham, and I'm a real estate broker working for John L. Scott in Kitsap County, Washington. And today I'm doing a lender interview with Lee Nguyen from Veterans Lending Group.
Howdy.
So, even though you're going to get a zero down loan, which is a fantastic benefit for the VA buyers, you are going to have to bring some money to the table. So when you want to buy a house, you're going to have an earnest money deposit. Okay. Yep. So, $1,000 to $5,000 maybe, depending on the price of their house, they'd want to have that set aside to pay for earnest money. And then, you're going to have to pay for an inspection, maybe $500. So think in terms of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So you're going to need a couple $1,000s.
A little bit. I mean, you're buying a real estate investment.
Yes,
a secured investment that's going to make you 10 times more by the time you sell it. And another thing I want to talk about is the inspection.
Yes.
A lot of people have this misconception that a home inspection is required on a VA loan. It is not. It is highly recommended, but it is not required.
Okay. But the appraisal is required.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So an inspection and an appraisal are two completely different things. An inspection is a licensed Washington State qualified inspector that comes out to your home and looks at everything they can see with the naked eye.
Yep.
And they make a list of things that need to be repaired
like
or looked at. Exactly. So they're just going to help educate you, number one, on the house so that you know what's wrong and what needs to be repaired and what to just keep an eye on for the future. And then that's something that you're going to negotiate then with the seller over requesting repairs or what have you. But the appraisal is going to happen afterwards. So typically the timeline is once you've done your inspection and the buyer feels like they're pretty confident with moving forward on the purchase of this home, they'll inform the lender, and the lender will then order the appraisal. And the appraisal has to match, or it can't be less than the sales price of the house.
That's what we hope. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to VA appraisals, but once the VA appraisal is ordered, from the day it's ordered, the appraiser has so many business days to get it into the lender. So there's a due date. And it's not a suggested due date. It is an absolute, if you don't do this, you're in trouble kind of due date. And every state's a little different, and sometimes every county's a little different. Especially in Kitsap, it's 10 business days. So 10 business days later, they have to have that appraisal report into us. Now, there could be a couple of results when it comes to the appraisal value. One, it can come in lower than the purchase price. At that moment, you'll have to figure out what the seller is willing to do and what the buyer is willing to do, because that's when you kind of go back into negotiations.
Yes.
Sometimes the seller is willing to come down. Sometimes the buyer is willing to come out of pocket. Sometimes there's a bit of a compromise.
Right.
And there's also ways to combat the value on VA appraisals outside of that as well. And the VA home loan is the only home loan program that has a process to find VA appraisal values.
Right.
So no other home loan program has that. So that's one piece of it. And then let's say the appraisal comes in at value, which is either the purchase price or higher, then those are good things. I'm all about real estate. So
Exactly. So I'm all about making your money work for you.
Absolutely.
I paid my house off in 17 years.
Oof,
I haven't
that's
had
awesome.
My house is 30 years old. I haven't had a mortgage in so long. It's ridiculous.
What a freeing feeling.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I've always said that if you make one extra payment a year, you're going to knock off like 8 years off the life of your loan.
Yeah, just about, actually.
One extra payment,
You could save like $40,000, $50,000 of interest.
Exactly. Just take your tax return money and put it towards one more payment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I advise a lot of my clients. It's like, oh yeah, what if we're scared that's going to be a 30-year loan. Most people do not live in their house for 30 years.
Oh gosh. I had this little first-time home buyer, and I went to the closing with her, and we sat there, and the closer at the title company showed her the amortization of the 30 years, and she shows her the bottom number, and I looked at her and I went, oh, the closer said, now don't be scared. And I looked at my buyer and I went, be scared. Be scared, because you're not paying that.
Yeah.
You're going to do better than that.
Absolutely, yeah. Most people are in the homes 5 to 7 years before they refinance or they sell the house.
Exactly.
So you're not going to pay.
Right.
Let's say it's a $350,000 house. You're probably going to pay like $700,000 in payments between interest and principal. You're not generally paying that much.
Right.
Because you generally have sold the house, upgraded, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So
yes.
Or you make extra payments that will reduce how much interest you're paying.
Right. Never take money out of your home equity to buy a vehicle or go on vacation.
For the sole purpose of that, yes,
no,
I'll do that.
you know what? If your goal in life is to earn money through owning real estate, which you know is a given,
Yep.
then if you ever have to take money out of equity, it's my advice is to only do it for the house. So if your house needs a new roof, fine, take it out.
Yeah.
But if it's to go on a vacation or buy a vehicle, do not do it. Resist the urge because it's a mistake.
If it's the purpose for that, I disagree.
Yeah.
Unless it's going to be some way helping you financially, I would disagree. I would definitely agree to not do it just for those things.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do it for college, if you have a bunch of debt that you have to consolidate and it's going to save you like $1,000 a month.
Here, let's talk about college. So if you have young children, buy a duplex, invest in that, rent it out, and then when the kids reach college age, sell it, and now college is paid for.
Yeah.
So Lee, how much does it cost for all this amazing advice?
It's free, I think so.
It's free. You can call
free.
any broker and they'll talk to you for free. You can call any lender, including Lee, and they will give you all the fantastic expert advice they have for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to make it as personalized as possible because not everyone, needs the same advice.
Right.
However, if you really want my, zoned in advice for your specific situation, it's best to see where you're at financially, going through the relatively pre-approval process. When it comes to the approval process, if you don't move forward buying a house, then you just wait until you're ready and then buy a house then. And generally, I would give you advice on how to improve your credit, credit scores, and all that stuff, better finances. And by the time you're ready, you look even that much better than when you had talked to me in the first place.
Right.
So, as soon as you're ready, I would say talk to a real estate agent of yours. We're here to be your trifecta, your team.
Yes.
Your real estate team. We're here to give you advice. We're here to look out for you. We want the best for you guys. I went into this business to really educate the military and veteran community, making sure that they understand the power of their benefit. Right. So all I do is I want to make sure that they feel comfortable and empowered to move forward buying a house and get their own piece of America that they've worked so hard for.
Right. So don't let your dream of being a homeowner be stopped out of fear. That's my big piece of advice. Stop being fearful because you're afraid the answer is going to be no, because you're afraid you can't do it, because you just don't know what you don't know. All you have to do is have a conversation with a local real estate broker and a lender, and they will start getting you on the track to success, and eventually you will become a homeowner, even if you have to clean up a few items, and it's still a plan in place to make it happen, and with people behind you that you can call and ask questions and trust to help push you in the direction you want to go, you will become a homeowner. So thank you so much, Lee.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
I've so appreciated this interview with you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Lee. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
All right, have a great day.
See you guys.